Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, he understands this is a huge conference matchup with the 7-game winning streak on the line, but more importantly, conference play and ramifications for a conference championship. This is a huge matchup today, and he has warned his team, keep the streak alive by doing your job today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Auburn's offense will go to work first. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And we were really watching this defensive unit coming into the game and breaking them down, and we started to stare immediately at this defensive line because they get in the backfield throughout the season so far, making plays, getting to the quarterback. They can get you behind the sticks a little bit. Palmer, they're going to have to be ready for a defensive line that makes plays and can make offense really hard.
It's interesting, too, because the offensive staff told us they spent more time in practice this week than they have all season long working on protection checks and making sure everybody's on the same page and changing protections, bringing tight ends in and running backs, knowing where your hot routes are because of what you just said. This D-line changes everything, and they probably haven't seen a pass rush like this year.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
From the gun on third down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. It's inside. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Taylor wants to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Touchdown, Ole Miss! A great catch in the end zone. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're going to ride this running back. He's past the sticks. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Henderson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Got some green grass. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Taylor wants to throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw it. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They give it to him again. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for running room. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Henderson. He's past the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Taylor wants to throw. He's got it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick give. It's Henderson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. So first down here as they go back to work. Trying to run, it's Henderson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Tigers sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
All right, Holly. On play action. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27. First down. Quick give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught. Hard running there. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Looks it in. Makes a move. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Motion from the wide receiver. Taylor wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Quarterback gets past the marker. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my Matt.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Caught behind the line. It's Cunningham. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. There he goes. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires to the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Second down to the air. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Taylor wants to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. At the 30. Inside the... And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
He now has 84 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Quickly to the tight end. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Henderson. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Under pressure. Soft spot in the middle. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Tough run here. It's Henderson. Fights off a defender. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done. He's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units defense in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. On the ground, it's Davenport. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Punt is in the air. Searching for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Taylor wants to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Out wide, it's Matthews. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 16 team, the Boston College Eagles. And it's the home team in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, the Rebels head coach told me at the half he is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Taylor wants to throw it. And he gets it away.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. And because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
Straight ahead, it's Henderson. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be down right there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. And I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Unloads in the nick of time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this.
Caught, and he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Rebels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Making the adjustment. Motion from the wideout. Taylor wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
He's up to 107 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They're all over it. Gets rid of it.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Needs it. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Davenport. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Final minute now of the third quarter. Second down, gonna throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Davenport. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Lets it fly. Brought down. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Auburn. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Number 30, set to advance on the football.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away.
180, raise call. 180, raise call.
From the gun, it's Henderson. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That is their sophomore defensive end, and as with any injury, they hope this is just a momentary thing. Holly will check on him in a bit. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Turns it upfield. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Eccles. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Sells to run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Gonna look downfield again. Right side, it's Eccles. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Davenport. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Left side is Davenport. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run.
And the most important thing is the clock ticking for this defense. But you get a stop right here on 4th down, and this ball game is over. So one big stop, and you end this thing.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. This is now a 7-point game.
Number 30 set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last field goal made this a one-possession game. They have put together a rally, and now they'll try to turn the momentum back around starting on this drive. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. As this offense tries to drain the clock, take the play clock down to a fraction of a second. Don't give the defense an inch to breathe. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The fake wants to throw. Buying time to his right. Out wide right, it's Alexander. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Now the Tigers will spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Powers inside. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Handoff to the single running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Takes the knee, and they will remain perfect. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't